Hi, guys. Welcome to the show. And we're going to bring on Yash shortly. And today we're going to be talking about wrist spin and the sudden resurgence of wrist spin, the history, the mystery, and resurgence of wrist spin. Let me try to get Yash on here. One second. We're also going to be talking about India versus England and I'm not sure why I'm having a hard time getting Yash on. Hi, guys. Finally getting Yash on. So, of course, I'm in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, and it's hot down here, just as it is in many parts of the country. Hi, Yash.
Hey Lloyd, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Enjoying Fort Lauderdale here. Now, today's topic, uh, wrist spin, leg spin, the history, the mystery, and the resurgence, as you put it. And yes, there are a lot of uh, top bowlers having an effect on the game right now. But before we talk about that, let's talk about India versus England.
Sure. The first one day, India won by 8 wickets, more than 10 overs to spare. Dominance is the only word that can do justice to this win. Kuldeep Yadav seems to be in a mood to make this summer his own. On a ground where the last two one-day scores were 481 by Australia by England against Australia in the recent series, and 444 by England versus Pakistan a year or two back by England again. And on such a ground, he got 6 for 10 overs, 25 runs, 6 wickets at an economy rate of 25. It's just incredible. On such flat, placid wickets, especially with the strong, mighty batting lineup that India always puts on display, it's amazing to see that a wrist spinner, a bowler, a young left arm spinner like Kuldeep Yadav is shining the brightest in this entire Indian army. English batting unfortunately looks as hopeless as someone who is trying to give hot pursuit to a Ferrari while himself being on a tricycle. Bairstow, Root, these guys are like they are the mainstays of the test batting lineup for England. What happened? They got out in the same over to the same left arm spin of Kuldeep Yadav twice in a span of a week. Bairstow, a wicket keeper, gets foxed by the same bowler in the same manner. It's just unbelievable to the eye. England have been sweating it out. There has been a lot of talks about the Merlin spin bowling machine doing wonders, etc. But I think it's not doing the trick. There is too much emphasis with these bowling machines to play the ball off the pitch. However, the key to great batting that we've seen over the years against spin bowling is to read the bowler out of his hand. If you can read the ball coming out of the bowler's hand, it is only then that you become a good player against spin. Why are subcontinent batsmen so good? That's because they read the ball right out of the hand of the bowler, and hence they have so much more time to play the ball, and hence lesser unforced errors. England actually started the game on a very good note. They were 71 for no loss in 10 overs. Jason Roy and Johnny Bairstow, good start. Again, agreed, it is a second string Indian pace attack with the double Bs, Bhuvi and Bumrah out due to injury, but nevertheless a good start. They still have to put the runs on the board. And then Kuldeep came on to bowl along with Yuzvendra Chahal, and we realized it's all foam and not real beer, and they all fell like a pack of cards. This can this was triggered by Jason Roy, like recklessly audacious batting, excellent captainship, but the stupidity of the stroke that Jason Roy played just exemplified the beauty of this captainship. Virat Kohli went ahead and removed the slip cordon and put into a leg slip, which was enticing for Jason Roy to play the reverse sweep. And guess what? The very next ball he did that, and he top edged and was caught at point or cover point. It's sad to see that a batsman who can clear the boundary at will and can play so good on in the V tries to play something cheeky and gets out, and then that leads to a debacle. From an Indian perspective, a very satisfying win. Their batsmen came out. Rohit Sharma got a century. Kohli scored 75. Dhawan scored a quick 40. He seemed to get out because he was bored of playing on that wicket. That's what it looked like. And the bowling was just prosaic. English bowling was very, very placid to the eye. We didn't even see any kind of penetration in the bowling. They had no intent. They seemed to have lost it even before they came out on the field. There was no intent to get a batsman out. And I think a major reason for this is the recently concluded Australian series. What happened in that series was Australian bowlers were taken to the cleaners. That's a very below par bowling attack, and English batsmen were up to the task. Small boundaries, strong batsmen, home soil. They scored 400 plus scores, 350 every time. So what happened was, in pursuit of these scores to be chased, the English bowlers got wickets because the Australian batsmen had to go berserk and score those 400 plus runs. But that did not really mean that English bowling was good, and that is really being displayed by the Indian batting lineup here, especially because England is not chasing and India is. It's good to see that India is still playing boring but ruthless cricket. We have seen this over a span of 2 years ever since Virat Kohli has taken captainship. He does experiment here and there, but he doesn't mind having whitewash series. He likes to put the feet on the pedal and keeps it right there. For England, lot of worries. They brought in Trevor Bayliss after 2015, and their strategy so far always worked. Create belter of wickets and let your batsmen just let go and play those innings to score the mighty runs, and then you amass those many runs and your weak bowling attack doesn't come to the fore. But now they're finally being challenged. They're finally being challenged by Rahul, Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan. These batsmen look daunting. MS Dhoni hasn't even played in the last 2 innings. He didn't even get a chance. So the margin of victory in today's game is something that England will definitely look upon. And I personally feel we need to see much more competition and heart from the English bowling attack.
Well, as you mentioned, Kuldeep Yadav had an amazing effort in innings, 6 wickets, and which of course leads us to our subject today of wrist spin. He's a prime example of how the wrist spin has come to the fore once again, and some of these bowlers are dominating. You want to talk about some others? Go ahead.
Sure. The concept of wrist spin, sometimes you even falter saying wrist spin, right? That's how mysterious that thing is. But it's been in talks, big talks all over the world right now. And we see there are so many more wrist spinners in the current game as opposed to what we have seen in the preceding years, maybe a couple of decades from now. And this is not just the land of spinners like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. That's fine. You expect them to produce spinners. But nations like England having Adil Rashid, South Africa have 2 wrist spinners in Imran Tahir and Tabraiz Shamsi. New Zealand has a couple of them in Ish Sodhi and Jiten Patel. West Indies has Devendra Vishu. That just shows how much more is the resurgence of wrist spin in cricket. But one thing that we should not get wrong is wrist spinners are far from being just new to our game. They have been around for such a long time. But one thing that is amazing to see is that the puzzle that they pose has been an enduring one. Be it Chandrasekhar back in 60s, 70s, or be it Rashid Khan today or be a Kuldeep Yadav today. It's just amazing how the puzzle that a wrist spinner would throw to batsmen and the challenge that they create in the bat ball equilibrium is so amazing. One of the reasons they are in talk so much is because they have made limited overs cricket suddenly interesting. And that's why I feel 2015 World Cup, as all experts usually say, has been a big change in the way our limited over games are being played.